There are hundreds, thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands, millions, billions of people every single day who have such great potential, such great talent, yet they become lost in history. They become forgotten about when they wanted their names to be remembered by people other than their friends and family. Such great potential and talent unrealized, all because they failed before they started. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thanks for tuning back in. Glad you could make it. Those of you who are new, welcome. Thanks for joining us today. We're talking a little bit about a heavy topic, and that's failure to launch. What's failure to launch? Well, it's failing before you even really get started. A lot of people talk themselves out of achieving their dreams. A lot of people just sit and contemplate, they think, instead of doing. There's a reason why doers become so great. That's because they just start somewhere. It's not about being great at the start. It's about the process that you ultimately go through to become great. That's the hard part, and it's the part that a lot of people avoid. People are afraid of sticking out, of the judgment that comes with it, of the rejection of something that you create, or something that you say, something that you do that people don't agree with. People don't like that rejection. You see, this is what you have to keep in mind, guys, is that great ideas are born from thinking. Great men are born from doing. You have to be a doer. And it doesn't matter where you start. What matters is that you start. Are you going to be good at it? Maybe. That's talent. Most people aren't. Most people aren't good when we first start in whatever we're doing. When I started playing guitar, I wasn't the best at it, obviously. But I learned and I grew. And now I'd like to consider myself pretty good. There are a lot of things I still have to learn, and I'm doing that. But I don't sit and think about what I should do. I don't sit and dream about being this, this rock star that I would love to be one day. I'm actively taking steps to get there. I'm in contact with a couple of guys, and there's some potential for some gigs out there, and we we're realizing that we get together, we have practice, we have jam sessions and whatnot, and we're actively working to get to that point. Um, when I first learned how to draw, I couldn't even draw a fucking stick figure. you know, and now I've done such amazing work. So you can see all of the work that I've done, that I've put on other videos. You can go and check that out. I highly advise you go and check that out. It's the process. You have to love and respect the process. This doesn't work here. Okay, cool. Move to this one, move to that one, move to this one, move to that one, because something will eventually happen. It's just like I told you guys in my failure as a concept video, that failure is exactly that. It's a concept. True success is when you get knocked down, you get right back up and you try even harder than you did before. I can't tell you how many subscribers I've lost on my YouTube channel. I think for the past quite few days, I've been sitting around, 211 subscribers. I would go up and then I would go back down. I would go up and then I would go back down. Things are going to fluctuate. You're going to grow and then you're going to fall back. You're going to grow and then you're going to fall back. That happens in life. But you also have to have that mindset to keep pushing no matter what. Perseverance is key. Determination is the tool that you use. I keep telling you guys that men must have ambition. Think of some of the most famous names that are still widely known today. I'll say it. Beethoven. Of course. I love Beethoven. Beethoven is an incredibly talented musician. He got there because of his new ideas, these out there ideas. And he was under Haydn. If you guys don't know who Haydn is, Haydn was kind of the same thing. If I remember correctly, the father of symphonies. Could be wrong on that, but if I remember correctly, that he's pretty much the father of that. I didn't know that was going to kick on. All right. Now the distractions are out of the way. You're not trying to take any more airtime. Very, both very talented men, which obviously realized their potential. Their names have been passed down for hundreds of years. But it took a lot of work to get there. And they didn't spend any time dreaming and thinking. Because while dreamers talk and thinkers think, doers are doing. You have to do. When I started this YouTube channel, I had the same fears. Everybody does. It's natural, it's normal. It's instinctive for us to have somewhat of a hive mind because that's how we've survived. And that's also explained why so many tribes have waged war against each other. But now that we find ourselves in the modern world, that's what sets you apart. And that's what makes you a legend, is that you are set apart from everybody else. That you have these new ideas, that you create these new things that sound out there, but is so good because it's out there, because it's new, it's exciting. People gravitate to that. And it's also something genuine, something that you love and enjoy. That's what makes people great. If you're good at something, you have huge potential in it, and it's because you love it. I love to paint. I love to print miniatures and paint them. I love to make dioramas. I love to film things. I love to record things. I love to give advice. I love to help people. I love to serve people. It's one of the reasons why I joined the Air Force. It's also one of the reasons why I love music. I tell you guys that I didn't have the best upbringing, right? And some of the darkest times that I've had in my life was in high school. And that's where I wrote some of the best riffs that I have ever created. And I will get to some of those later in my later videos. But what I want to do is I want to get my hands on a good studio, and I want to record those things so that they just don't sound like they're coming from my phone, right? Because I want them to sound really good for you guys. So that's number one. But I do want to share them with you because these are genuine expressions of me, of who I am. Pieces of my life that I'm sharing with you to give you just a little bit of a glimpse of my experiences. And it's what I look forward to. Not only that, but this channel itself, I really want to grow this, not because of me, but because of you. And I want to help you guys. There are so many people, but especially men that need help, just as I did. And I still need help. I don't have this all figured out, guys. Am I figuring it out? Yeah. That's the whole name. That's the reason for the name of the channel, right? Is that we come together and we figure this all out. This thing called life. And we build ourselves to be better men, better people, better woman. Since there's like 2% of you that watch the channel. um but you have you cannot convince yourself out of your potential, and you can't throw away your talent because you're afraid, because you want to avoid that rejection, that pain. It's part of the process. Rejection, pain, misery at times. It's a part of the process. You've got to fight through it, because that's the only way that you will ever find success. Is that you get up and you keep trying. But you got to convince yourself to just start. Doesn't matter where you start. It just matters that you start. For my YouTubers that are just starting, you can just do it on your phone. You can just do it on your phone, and this is a DJI Mini, like a couple $100, I think, if that. It's not the best microphone, but it's a good microphone. Okay. You don't have to be professional right off the bat. Matter of fact, people prefer authenticity. They prefer genuine content. And I would watch something like this before I would watch a podcast. I haven't seen Joe Rogan in a long time. Now, I like Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's a good guy. He's got some really good content and stuff like that. And there's a lot of really great doers and thinkers and dreamers on there that he brings. But I'm going to watch something like this here before I'm going to watch that. And simply because I can relate to something like this more than I can with Joe Rogan's podcast. Why? Because I'm not wealthy. You know, I'm I'm not wealthy at all. I'm just a guy that's sitting on my couch recording a video, and talking with you guys. Yeah. And I find that to be more relatable than, sitting in more than likely a $1 million facility, maybe millions of dollars, surrounded by very high tech equipment. You know, it's definitely more, it's definitely more relatable doing this than it is that. So, I think a lot of people would agree with me, but it's not what you do, right? Well, I mean, it's partly about what you do, but it's also in how you do it. You know, um, Authenticity, genuine, and genuinity, I guess, genuineness. I'm just gonna say genuine. Um, it's that draws people in, and I try to be the most authentic, the most genuine person that I can be. You know, um, which is why I give you guys glimpses into my life as much as I can. I do prefer unedited videos because it's something that I don't like to do too many edited videos, um, because it's something that's more authentic, more genuine. Uh, and so I I value that connection, and that's something that's a part of potential too. Is that connection with people? You realize that connection, and but it's not just connection with other people; it's connection with yourself too. And when you have that connection with yourself, you can realize that potential. So make sure you guys are talking to yourself positively. That's another thing that I hit on too. So if you guys haven't seen that positive self talk video, go check it out. Um, tell yourself that you are going to do it. That this is going to happen. Right? Tell yourself that you love yourself. You have to love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you're never going to make it in life. It's not going to happen. I've learned that lesson way too many times. So take these words to heart, guys. I failed so many times, but I'm still going. I'm still going. Okay. Ain't no way I'm giving up. Not at all. Not at all. I've learned too much. I've already done too much to give it up. Is it a fight to finish this 30-day challenge? Oh hell yeah, it is. It's a fight. But it's a fight I know I can win. And this channel's another fight I know I can win. Because I now have a duty to you guys. I want to help you. Because if I help you, I help myself. I've already learned and grown. I've already learned and grown so much from the start of this. And I'm still blown away by it all. And the connection with myself and you guys have really begun to help me realize my own potential, right? Not just in the dioramas, the crafts that I make, but the music that I make, the things that I talk about, the things that I just do, the challenges I take on. So I appreciate you guys and all that you do. You guys are helping me push further. So realize your potential, guys. Don't talk yourself out of it before you even start. And just start somewhere. And while dreamers are thinking of what they would love to do with their lives, and thinkers are talking about their ideas, I want you to do, because doers are the ones that leave their names in history. Doers are the ones that have their names remembered. So don't just do me a favor, do yourselves a favor. Learn how to do. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Be confident. Be assertive. Take that step. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. If you get rejected, you get rejected. It is what it is. It's fine. You learn from it and you move on. You move on to the next thing, because something will eventually work. So I hope that you were able to take something from this video. I appreciate you guys for all that you do. Please support the channel if this really helped you out, guys. Like, share, subscribe. I greatly appreciate that. This channel has been growing and it kind of exploded. It really did. But I would like to see it grow even bigger. And I want you guys to be there with me when it really does blow up. So, guys, if you want me to talk about something specifically, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to. But I figured I would start doing conversations, stuff like this here, versus how I started. So let me know what you guys prefer. Do you guys prefer these conversation type situations, or excuse me, these conversation type videos, or um, the type of content that I started on the channel early in the history? So just let me know. Um, I think I think that this is definitely more of a I think this is better content because it's more genuine and it's more of a sit down conversation kind of deal. So I enjoy that. I know I enjoy it. So let me know what you guys think. Um, make sure that you are taking care of yourselves, both mind and body. Listen, if you need to reach out to somebody, reach out to someone. Okay. Don't put off your own mental stuff. Don't think that you can just brave it. And listen, boys, we're really good about putting off our own needs. We got to stop doing that. If we need help, we need help. Even if you even if you feel as though you have to put a comment in the comment section, reaching out for help, I'll be more than happy. I'll be more than happy to talk with you. That's the point of the channel. And if you need professional help, by all means, go get it. I'm seeking professional help right now for my PTSD, my time in service. Don't be ashamed of that, man. Don't be ashamed of it. Shit happens. Life happens. You have to accept that. You have to. And the sooner that you accept it, the easier it is going to be for you to find help and actually get better. So, and until you get better mind wise, you're not going to get better physically. The mundane is going to become nearly impossible, right? The everyday routine, getting up, going to the gym. I've been I've been there, you know. I've been I've been in those places where, it was hard to get up in the morning. I find myself laying in bed for most of the day, wanting to get up, but one, not having the energy, and then two, not really caring to have the energy. So, listen, guys, get help when you need it. Reach out to the boys, reach out to a professional. Okay, do yourselves a favor. I would reach out to the boys first before you reach out to a professional. But in the case of PTSD and stuff like that, reach out to a professional. Absolutely. Okay. So, um, also go lift. Go lift. You want to be ready for anything because anything can happen in any moment, right? I tell you guys that all the time. Go lift. Be as strong as you can. Just like you're realizing your potential in life, realize your genetic potential. Be as strong as you can. Because you may not be the only thing, you may not be the only individual that you provide for, right? I provide for her too, and I've had to protect her a couple times, right, from another dog. But, you know, not only am I protecting her from the elements by providing her a home, right, for the things that I provide monetarily wise, but I also provide her protection from my physical capability. And so don't be that person who loses control because they don't have the physical capability to be able to defend themselves or other people that rely on them. Because I'm telling you, that's going to put you in a dark place, man. It really is. And as men, especially, we have to be able to protect and provide, not just for ourselves, but for others. That's our duty. It's non-negotiable. You cannot, you cannot pick and choose this. You have to do it. That's the burden, but it's also the beauty that we have of being men. So, gotta do it. All right. So go live, be strong. Be strong in the mind, be strong in the body. Also, just like I was telling you about families, um, help others. Okay, friends, even the homeless. If someone's having a rough time, not just in the comment section, if someone's having a rough time in general, lift them up. You have no idea how much it means when someone calls or someone receives just a little bit of cash, to go eat, or when someone, like I was saying on the call, someone needs those words of encouragement, right? Pick up and then toss like $5, $10, to that person. It's it it may change someone's life. It really might. So lift other people up, okay? And most importantly, lift yourself up too. I keep touching on the mind thing because it's important. A lot of guys let this slip. So I'm going to hit it as much as it needs for you guys to really get it, because it took a lot for me. It really did. One, because I'm hard headed, and I'm also stubborn. So, you know, um, Realize your potential, understand where your talents are, and you use those talents. Use them. So that being said, guys, I'm rambling on too much. I do appreciate you guys tuning in. And talk to you guys soon.